Lewis, man, thank you for coming into the studio short notice and joining us here for some talk. Bro, last time we seen each other was at a fight. I don't remember which one. I know I got an interview, but my co-host was telling me you had a fight with Vaughn after that. I did not know that. What the fuck happened?
Yeah. Like I said, I was already in the mix, man. I was supposed to get a big fight. Tony Harrison fucked the fight up. We were supposed to fight in December, and he ended up having his issues, so we ended up not fighting in December. I was supposed to fight I was supposed to be one of the pay-per-view fights. You know, I had just beat a unified champion, but too many people turned the fight down, and you know, in the business you got to have a TV type fight, and we didn't. So they threw me on the card. Everyone said no to the fight. And instead of just letting the little fish go and going after the big fish, I took the fight with Vaughn, who's not really a junior middleweight. You know, he's more of a bigger guy. I mean, I took the fight. I felt like I won the fight. I did enough to win the fight. But, you know, fighting at 3 o'clock, you know, things are just a little different. And for whatever reason, the judge is stuck there. He won the fight. But, I mean, I felt like I won the fight. But it is what it is. I'm still here in the mix, you know, and I'm still going to get it right back.
It's crazy, man, because you've been looking so good under the tutelage of obviously Ishmael Salas, and you know, that would have been a good win, a common opponent with a couple of people, so it would have definitely kept the progression moving forward, man. And like you said, you got to start over again.
I mean, it could have, even if I would have won the fight. We fought at 3 o'clock, so nobody even would have saw the fight. No one saw the fight. No one saw the fight. No one even knew what happened. The arena was completely empty. So, like I said, had I won the fight, it would have just been a W. The fact that I lost the fight, even though, like I said, I felt like I didn't lose the fight, it's not now. There's more excuses. You know what I mean? But there's no reason why I shouldn't be able to fight any of these top guys at 154 pounds. Like, I just dominated a unified champion in the division. And whatever happened with Vaughn's not a 154 pounder. He had to meet me at a catch weight because everybody else said no to the fight. So he had to meet me at the catch weight, and even at the catch weight, I was 2 pounds lighter than him. You know, but like I said, it is what it is, man. If these guys at 154 pounds really want to fight, it ain't no reason why we can't fight. I hadn't won a fight in who knows how long before I fought Hurd. You know, and I still smoked them. So
now, speaking of Tony Harrison, I've seen that he just got in a fight announced to be on the Lubin Fundora undercard.
Yeah, Sergio Garcia.
Yeah, he's fighting the loser. Obviously, Fundora beat Sergio. Did you know about that?
Bullshit. Yeah, I mean, I've been reading on it. I don't know. Did it get announced?
Yeah, they got announced yesterday. See, that's not officially, but it's you know, it hit the internet.
And that's bullshit, man. Like I said, Tony, he's soft as hell. Like, he could have fought me. You know what I mean? There's no reason why he couldn't have fought me. You fighting somebody who lost on the same night that I lost. I just lost at 3, and that dude lost later on. But what kind of credibility does he have to fight Tony Harrison? He ain't beat nobody. Who has he fought in the division? Look at my resume. Look at that man's resume. I got a better resume than them. You know what I mean? I got a better, like I said, we lost on the same night. You know what I mean? But at least I got wins over a champion. I just beat, like I said, I beat a unified champion in the division. So why wouldn't he fight me? Like I said, he could have fought me in December. He fucked the deal up.
How so? What do you mean? You said that twice already.
Because he was just making excuses. You know what I mean? I had made it clear that I wanted to fight him. You know, I went on Twitter. I had told Floyd, I think that, you know, I called Floyd while I was moving to Vegas. Like, yo, I think me and him should fight. Floyd agreed. I saw Floyd make the phone call to make the fight happen. And then when everything was getting close, they were like, you know, Leonard was like, look, these motherfuckers talk like they really want to fight, but really they don't. You know what I mean? He didn't tell me why, but he was like, yo, they didn't. That's the reason I wasn't a part of the pay-per-view part. You know, so then it happened. So then I was like, yo, I even wrote Tony Harrison on Instagram, and I was like, yo, have they offered you anything yet? He just read my message and didn't say nothing.
Damn, left you on red.
Left me on red, and I'll show it to you after.
That's crazy too. Because, you know, we in the same game. We both trying to eat.
We trying to eat. So I wrote him like, yo, did they offer you to fight? He left me on red, didn't say nothing. As soon as the Vaughn fight was over, he gonna write me and start talking shit. And I was,
What'd he say?
man, just like, man, we were supposed to be fighting, and I got all the messages right here.
Damn. Tony's my guy too, but he's been out. He's been out for a minute.
There's no reason why me and him couldn't fight. Look, what day that say?
December 8th?
It says October 19th.
Oh, the top one.
That's way before,
right?
Even before I fought in December. It's 2-3 months before. I asked him, "Had they offer you to fight?"
Yeah.
He read my message and didn't say nothing. Then on December 8th, as soon as I got done fighting, he gonna write.
He said, "Shaking my head at your ass." What?
Our crash course was coming up.
Oh, okay. Oh, because it ain't talking shit.
Then, I mean, he still could go talking shit, and I'll say, okay. I said, look, the fight can still happen, though. I was like, yo, the fight can still happen. And he's like, yo, I wrote it out my mouth that I was gonna fight you on Twitter, da. And then I had told him, I was like, yo, the fight can still happen. I was like, I got Floyd. I just beat Heard. I had lost and whatever. And he was like, all right, I'll fight you 10 times out of 10, but the price just went up.
Oh shit!
So anytime a fighter talks about money, that's the easiest way of saying like they don't really want to fight.
Yeah, but I don't get it. Why would the price go up? Because you got a loss.
Exactly. And then you said the price got to go up because I lost, and now you about to fight somebody
who just lost.
And I mean, if you look at Sergio Garcia's resume, his best win is probably like Ted Cheeseman.
It is Ted Cheeseman.
You know,
I fought them all. My Danny Jacobs. I mean, even before Danny Jacobs, when I got my first fight on HBO, that Russian was top 5, top 6 in the WBC. He was number 2 at one point. He took a loss, but he was still in the top 10. Smoked him. Then I fought Danny Jacobs. We all know who Danny Jacobs is. After that, I fought Rosado. We all know who Rosado is. When I went to Ireland to fight the Keeler was number 3 in the WBO. And so for the Keeler fight and the Rosado fight, it was both clear that whoever won was going to get Andrade. Sure enough, Keeler beat me. He wasn't fighting Andrade. After I fought Keeler, again, another top 5 in the division, I went and I fought Jared Hurd, a former unified champ. Come on, man.
But you feel like now you actually at the division, right, versus like the middleweight?
Yeah, they know it. No one wanted to fight. After I beat Jared Hurd, who was really going to want to fight me? No one was trying to say they'll fight me. I had let it be clear. I was like, yo, I'll fight Julian Williams. I'll fight Tony Harrison. I'll fight any former champion at 154. I'll fight any guys who got a name at 154. I'll fight them all.
Man, I was really hoping for that Tony Harrison fight. I remember speaking to you outside of, what's it called? Skate Rock City? Floyd
Yeah.
You know, and that was around August. It was the back to school drive, so I'm gonna go ahead and say August maybe.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, he coming off career best.
That was the fight.
Win. You know, Tony Harrison, his resume and what he's brought to the table, former world champ. Like,
I mean, maybe that a Carlos Adames fight could be on the table. He just got to win. He's gonna need an opponent.
Yeah, Adames fighting at 60. So,
but ain't he with your trainer too?
And we train. We were training together. So I was gonna fight Derevchenko, and Derevchenko was like, nah, he'd rather fight Adames.
Yeah,
and that's why he ended up.
Yeah, because there was rumors he was moving down on 54.
Yeah, and me and Derevchenko were gonna fight, and he said no too. So he ended up fighting Adames, and he ended up losing to Adames. But Adames got the fight at 160, and he gonna get Charlo soon. You know what I mean? Because that was an eliminator. After I fought the Hurd fight, even before the Vaughn fight, I was in discussion that me and Lubin were gonna fight. Like it was already starting a little discussion prior to the fight happening of me fighting Lubin. You know what I mean? But I figured I wasn't gonna fight Lubin because Lubin was already #1 in the WBC.
They put him in another eliminator now.
Yeah, and they put him in another eliminator. So I mean, I kind of was like, the fight maybe could happen, but I knew like from their side, it's like we already #1. Why would we fight Cuba? Like that's the main reason is why would they fight me?
Yeah, you know
what I mean. So like I said, the Tony Harrison fight was perfect, and it still is perfect. In the fact that he's avoiding me, but he's fighting someone else who just lost on the same night that I lost, goes to show you, man, he's soft. He really don't want to fight, man. He's just trying to get a payday and take the easiest way route. If he really wanted to fight, they'll be like, okay, well, I want to fight. I was talking shit to Cuba Arias, even when Allen then presented the fight, whoever presented him the fight of him fighting on the 9th. He could easily been like, man, I want to fight Cuba. We've been talking shit. Like, no, I want to fight him. But he told me he not going to fight me because they got to pay him more since I lost. But then you go and fight somebody who just lost.
So what's the plan with you? Obviously, you've seen the news and you know that the guy that you were hoping to get is fighting someone else.
Man, the thing is, man, you know this COVID shit crazy. Until that bell rings, them boys ain't fighting. Until that boy rings. So like I said, man, and who knows? Maybe the Garcia kid, maybe he can't get out of Spain. Who knows? You know what I mean? So I'm gonna be in the gym. I've been in the gym.
So you're gonna stay ready.
I'm gonna stay ready. I've been ready. I was on my way to the gym now, and that's why when you told me like, yo, you trying to do an interview, I was like, well, shit, I'm gonna drop my kids off at school. I was heading to the gym anyway, so I stopped by right here. But man, like, if it really, they still ain't fought. You know what I mean? So I mean, if he really wanted it, the fans know that the better fight is me and Harrison. Like I said, I got the resume. You know what I mean? I've been in there with the guys. Like the better fight, co-main to that fight is me and Harrison. So if he really wanted the fight, man, I'll take the fight. It don't matter. Like, Floyd gonna always make sure I'm straight. That's why I never even complain about no money, about this. Like, Floyd always gonna make sure I'm straight, whether it's on paper or not. So even with the Hurd fight, when they offered me the Hurd fight, my first question wasn't even how much. My first question was like, okay, well, wait. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, because there was rumors he was moving to 60.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It was like, whatever. So I didn't even, like, I wasn't even tripping about the money. Like I said, it's easier to get out of a fight blaming the money. You know what I mean? So like I said, I'm in no position to complain about anything right now. So, but like I said, man, the fight is me and Harrison. And if he don't fight me, or he doesn't eventually fight me, even if they go through with the Garcia fight, he don't fight me after, it's because he's soft, man. Like, I straight up called you out. You went online and said you was going to fight me. You have the opportunity to fight me. You still have the opportunity to fight me 6 months later, and you're choosing to fight somebody else.
Cuba, I got a question for you, man, because it's no secret, and I don't mean no disrespect, but it's no secret you've been overlooked, your entire career. You were put into the Jarrett Hurd fight, obviously as a B-side, right, against a former unified champion. What about a fight against Danny Garcia, who, you know, we've heard...
Yeah, he's been talking about moving to 54 a lot.
54, you know...
100%.
You know...
but that's never been offered, though.
Never been offered. But like I said, man, I don't turn down any fights. Like, I mean, I fought. Even when they said, you're going to fight Vaughn, he's really the only guy that's willing to take it right now. I said, okay.
I was shocked. I was shocked when I saw that. I'm like, bro, he at 68, like,
yeah, man, come on, he's a gatekeeper at 60, 68, man. No matter what I did, and like I said, I came in 155 because I had, you know, I was trying to make 54. So nothing that I would have really did would have. He wasn't fazed by it. But any guys at 154 pounds that would have got hit with the same shots that he got hit with, they're not taking it. Like, y'all saw what I did to Jarrett Hurd. If Jarrett Hurd was lighter, he would have got put down. He was getting hit all night. Smaller guys getting hit all night are not gonna be able to take that. They're not. I mean, and if prime example, if Tony Harrison says he can, then there's no reason why we shouldn't be able to fight.
What was the weight for that Jarrett Hurd fight? Because I remember you came in basically middleweight, right? You came in like 158.
I think I was like 56, 57, yeah, 58, yeah. I mean, that was the thing. Like I said, I was never even tripping about the money. My whole thing was, well, wait. So the whole time we were going to fight at 54. They were saying they we're 54. And that's the reason I wanted to take the fight, was because I said I was going to move down. And then they came with me with the #1 guy. At the time, Hurd was ranked #1 by the Ring magazine at 54. So I was like, okay, bet. We're going to fight at 54. We're going to fight at 54. Then 2-3 weeks before the fight, I think it was like 2 weeks before the fight, they were like, he can't make the weight, you know. We're going to have to fight at 60. So then I go to Floyd, and I'm like, yo, Floyd, man, they've been telling me 54 this whole time. I've been squeezing down since January, trying to, you know, get my body right for 54. Floyd's like, man, I'm going to try to talk to him and see if they'll meet you at 57. Nope. So I was like, you know what, man, I know what it is in this game. You know what I mean? Like, I can't say much. You know what I mean? I don't really bring nothing to the table. So y'all want to fight at 60? Okay. We fought at 60, but the same thing happened. He still got beat. So, but I mean, it's clear as day though that I'm more of a 154 pounder. Even him, who was the biggest 54 pounder in the division, I look smaller than him. I mean, but I'm a threat to any and everybody at 154, and they all know it. And that's why it ain't as easy to get a fight as I thought it'd be, you know?
So I got some questions from the people. Ruiner 504 New Orleans. He's saying, are you up for a rematch with Vaughn Alexander?
I mean, yeah, but the fight don't make sense. For one, no one saw the fight. The fight was at 3 o'clock. You know what I mean? But two, Vaughn fights at 60, 68. He squeezed down a little bit to make like 57 or whatever. But then he was, you know, he's a big dude. You know, he's a big dude. Man, I'm trying to make my case at 154 pounds. Any guys like I said, the only guy at 54 pounds that I fought was a unified champion, and I had no problems with him. So I need to be fighting guys at 154 pounds to prove my case, like that's a division that I need to be fighting at, you know. So, I mean, I don't think the Vaughn fight makes sense, but again, if that's the only guy that's willing to take the fight, then like it is.
Do you have a planned date or a month?
I mean, I'm in the gym now. I mean,
but they told you to get ready for anything? Like, stay
not
ready
really.
for
I mean,
March?
I stay ready, period. You know what I mean? I mean, as of right now, it looks like I'm gonna end up just fighting with Tank. You know what I mean? Usually I end up just fighting with Tank. Again, nothing is known.
Oh, you mean on the Tank card?
Yeah, I mean, I end up just fighting, you know. Just,
yeah, they're saying that him and Romero's back on for March. That's pretty soon, though.
I mean, I haven't really heard any dates. Again, those big fights, I mean, they start the first, you never take the first date, like, serious. You know what I mean? Like, they said Charlo and Castano was going to fight in February. They're not fighting until March.
Yeah, March 19th.
You know, it's just... You know, the game with this COVID, with trying to get the deals together, like they usually never get that first day right. That's why it takes time for them to announce it. But whenever there's another big Mayweather promotion card, you know, I'm gonna try to hop on. Like I said, I'm staying ready right now. I was in the mix to fight Lubin. I've been trying to fight Harrison. They about to fight April 9th. Again, COVID, anything can happen. People getting phone calls on the next day, you know. So I'm just staying ready. I mean, but my goal is to be a champion at 154 pounds. I've let it be clear that I'm willing to fight anybody at 154 pounds, and I don't turn down any fights. So.
Really quick, you know, you just mentioned the Charlo Castaño, obviously a rematch for Undisputed. Just your thoughts on that fight?
I think it's a real good fight. You know, it's a real good fight. The first fight was great. You know, I'm hoping that Charlo makes the proper adjustments. You know what I mean? Like it's just that they each needed just a little bit more. But I just think, you know, Charlo, usually when two good fighters fight, you usually lean towards a bigger guy. So I'm leaning towards Charlo this time, man. Hopefully, you know, he gets it done.
And then your thoughts on you know, Lubin and yet another eliminated is crazy, but just your thoughts. Obviously, he'll be facing Sebastian Fundora.
Yeah, well, I didn't think Fundora been looking that good lately. Right. You know, he's had a lot of good performances early in his career, but I don't know. Maybe he's struggling to make the weight. You know, he just tall, and so. But I think it's gonna be a good fight. I think Lubin can hand it. You know, can take care of it. You know, as long as he don't get hit with any hard shots. You know, and he's able to have a good sharp defense. I know that they're gonna be taking the training seriously. I'm pretty sure he's not even going to train in his home. He's getting out for camp. So, but it's going to be a good fight too, you know. But I like Lubin in that fight.
And then obviously tomorrow, across the pond, former foe of yours, Danny Jacobs and John Ryder. Just your thoughts on that one. You know, obviously
it's a good fight. I mean, not too many people know about Ryder, but he's a good, tough guy. You know, he's been in there with a handful of guys. You know, but Jacobs is big as hell, you know, and he's good, fast, you know. He ain't looked that good against Rosado, but I thought he took Rosado lightly. That's really most of what it was. He thought he was going to be able to smoke Rosado, and you could tell from the jump, like, he wasn't even in it, you know, like. But Jacobs is too good, man. I think Jacobs going to beat him by decision.
I got Killer Kells in California. He says, how much did the win over Jarrett Hurd reinvigorate your career? I lost money betting against you, but I was happy for you and your story of resilience.
I mean, it was a great win. You know what I mean? Like I said, I had a lot of fights with a lot of top guys, but I just hadn't beat one of them. You know what I mean? And then right when I got the Hurd fight, I felt like it was perfect timing. Like, this game is all about timing. You know, the fight just came about at a perfect time. I already was making my transition back to Las Vegas, and it worked out good. But it put me back.
You went back to Milwaukee?
No, I was in Florida. I was living in Florida for
because you was training with John David Jackson for a little while.
John in
what part of Florida?
Delray Beach, Florida.
Okay.
Yeah. That's actually where Hammer, lives and trains now. But I was training over there for a little bit.
Why you change?
I just needed a change. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, whatever I was doing over there, it wasn't just, getting me past that little threshold, So I've always felt like I had great camps here. I came here to Vegas with my shit to spar, really. And I got reconnected with Floyd. And I just felt like Vegas was better for me. Like, things were going great for me when I was with Floyd in Vegas. You know what I mean? So I was like, maybe it's time for me to go back. And I came back, got back with Floyd, got back cool with Mayweather and everything. And then met Salas and it was like we clicked right away. He's a great trainer.
Yeah, you look good under his tutelage. We got the best dad ever in Baltimore. He says, what are your true feelings about Tank's boxing ability, and is his power real?
Tank's power is real, man. I'm telling you. I've been in there with a lot of guys, sparring, fighting. Again, I started to fight when I was 8 years old, so been all over the world. And Tank's left hand is serious. Like when you spar somebody, you could kind of tell, like, even when they hit your gloves, you could tell, like, if they can crack or not. And Tank could crack, man.
So he sparred you.
Yeah. When he was like I said, man, I came to Vegas with my sparring shit to talk to Floyd, but I already know how Floyd is. You know what I mean? Like, if you really want to get Floyd's attention and you got to spar. Like, that's just flat out. Does anybody want out there? Like, you got to spar. So I came out here and I was gonna spar somebody else. And then Tank needed work. And this is when he was getting ready for Leo Santa Cruz. And I was like, all right, come on. And we ended up going 10 rounds. So I was like, shit, that's how I knew. I was like, Tank, he's a little beast. I mean, at the time I was big. I mean, like I said, I was already squeezing down the weight. So I was probably like 160 maybe, 160 some change.
How much you think he was, 140?
Nah, he was probably like 45, maybe closer to 50. I mean, he was still like they were just starting camp. You know what I mean? So that's why it was he could go in there with the bigger guys because he was a little bit bigger. But man, that left hand is fast and it's strong and he hit hard, man. He hit hard. He hit me with a couple body shots that I was like, damn. You know what I mean? Like, I knew with that left upper. I'm telling you, that left uppercut is vicious. And honestly, that same left, he ended up knocking him out. I think with a
right. It was a right.
Was it a right?
Wasn't it a right?
No, it was
a left.
It was a left.
Yeah, it was a left, but it was just from the. He switched a little bit, but it was same uppercut.
Oh yeah, maybe it was
that same uppercut. He hit me to the body with. And I had to, I'm a vet, but I know how to play it off. But he hit me with a left upper to the body, where man, I had to grab him a little bit, push him. Walk away.
Yeah, get that breath back.
Get that breath back. It took about a minute and a half for me. Like, okay, we good.
Wow, okay, that was serious then.
You didn't pull the Keith Thurman and took your mouthpiece out?
That was smart, you know what I mean? But no, I didn't have to take my mouthpiece out, but you just grab it.
Right. Yo, I like that he appreciated that though. You get boxing fans that look at Keith for what he did in the Pacquiao fight and they don't see the skill in that. I think instead of vulnerability, I see skill. Like, bro, you with Pacquiao. Pacquiao put down Algieri 6 times. You know what I'm saying? He's knocked dudes out. Like, you're hurt. Now you're showing the dude that's trying to kill you. You're physically hurt by taking out the mouthpiece, and you get away with it. I give Keith a lot of credit for that.
Yeah, there's a lot of little tricks that vets can do. You know what I mean? Like to get an extra time, to get an extra breather. It's easier to breathe without your mouthpiece. I mean, really, what the smarter thing to do would have been to drop the mouthpiece. Now, he had dropped the mouthpiece. Had he dropped the mouthpiece when it came out, then they would have had to stop it, wash his shit off, and then
give him more time.
Gave him more time, you know what I mean? But it was still, he had to do what he had to do to get his little extra breath, and it worked. I mean, it's a lot of veteran tricks that people don't really know about, don't pay attention to.
We got Coach Myers in Connecticut. He says, if I'm a up-and-coming fighter, you're my manager, and Mayweather Promotions wanted to sign me, what advice would you give me?
First off, I got to see where you training at, how old you are, what kind of experience you got. And I would say, if this is the promoter we're going to work with, we just got to move you the right way. I feel like guys just need to know themselves and know how they want to move, you know, and they got to be able to speak up. You know what I mean? Like, fighters control a lot of the narrative if they want to. You know, they just got to speak up. Your promoters shouldn't be really, y'all should be hand in hand. You know, it should be cool. It shouldn't be more like, oh, whatever you say, go. So as long as you're willing to work, you're willing to put the work in, and you got the experience, you know, you're going to get moved good. But one thing with Mayweather Promotions, man, you're going to get your shot. You know, so.
Man, that's one thing I was saying. I'm like, for one, they don't match their fighters up easy.
No, they don't.
You know,
Yeah, Ladarius Miller been through some fights too.
You know, Badu Jack.
Even my man had fought Dortitos.
Andrew
Dibiase.
You know, but yo, they get their fighters opportunities that I don't feel like any other promoter could get.
I mean, perfect example is Ishe Smith, man. I don't know if you know Ishe Smith. I mean, I saw Floyd. Floyd used to spar Ishe. You know what I mean? And Floyd was like, man, you know what? I like you, man. Like, you good dude. You work. You help me out. Like, I'm going to help you out. I'm going to make you champion. I heard Floyd say it out of his mouth. Like, I'm going to make you champion. After that, this is when
but he got to win the fight, though. All he could do is put you in position.
That Floyd said all the time. It's like, man, I can't fight for you.
Yeah.
I can't fight for you, but shit, I can put you there and you do your thing. So they gave Ishe a little whatever fight. And then boom, next thing you know, he's fighting K9.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man.
Yeah, but you know, he's got the ability, because for K9, a fight with Ishe, a Mayweather promoted fighter, is the biggest fight he's got.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I know, but the thing is, like, only Floyd can get that done.
Yeah.
I had come off. I lost to Jacobs, Drew Rosado, lost to Keeler in a 3-year span, and then we had the COVID. I was pretty much 90% of the people said I was done. Done deal.
Right.
Get back with Floyd, spar Floyd a couple times. I'm on pay-per-view. Fighting a unified champ, a former unified champ.
Right.
Yeah, but he put you in position.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, you see, you are a hungry person, so you looking at it as an opportunity. On the outside looking in, somebody like, man, you was the B-side to her.
I know.
But you knew what you could turn that into. So for you, it was the perfect, position.
No, I mean,
who else could have put me in that position?
Right. No, absolutely. I mean, look,
and that's your point, right?
No,
like,
absolutely.
Man,
Look, you know, I got a good relationship. Jay Leon Love, he got the Benavidez shot.
On pay-per-view. After getting clipped, lost, and all that.
Right. Yeah. I want to say he was coming off the Quillen loss.
One of them, yeah.
I want to say it was
probably Rosado. Wasn't it?
No
contest with Rosado.
Yeah, he got the. That was earlier in the career.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying is he puts people in positions to beat you know, World Boxing Super Series, you know, put you in position to get to that world title opportunity.
Tank fighting on pay-per-view after pay-per-view after pay-per-view. I do feel like Tank had the ability and the star power and the popularity to potentially get there. But like, he got with Floyd, you know what I mean, and then Floyd made him champion. Like, got him some pretty smooth, easy title defenses.
But what's the deal there?
Pay-per-view.
What's the deal there? Because when Floyd made him champion, you see Tank went to social media like, oh, they trying to set me up. But now he's happy in the position he's in.
It didn't really. If they would have set you up, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like if
you would have lost.
No, you wouldn't have fought Pedraza for the title. They would have put you in there with Lomachenko for the title. Like, I feel like that's more of a setup.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to pick, at the time, all the champions, like, who was the easiest champion to go after? Like, Pedraza was struggling with the weight, not really a puncher. Like, he was really, like, the lesser of the champions to go after. They really wanted to set you up, they would have threw you in there with Lomachenko. Because if they really wanted to do that,
so you think he realized that later on, after he said it, he realized it? Or?
You know, I mean, it's just, you know, people get into it all the time, and then you know, but at the end of the day, it worked out the way, like, it was supposed to work out. You know what I mean? Like, he ended up fighting that champion, and maybe he felt like he could have been getting, like I said, if he was really getting set up, they would have put you in there with a harder champion. But, you know what I mean, there was some stuff going outside, you know, people get, you know, in their feelings, and they talk to each other, they talk shit to each other, but at the end of the day, it's business. And then, but look how that worked out. And if they really set you up after that, they would have put you, you know, the title defenses were, you know, pretty.
No,
sweet.
after that, I think is when Mayweather realized, okay, he got something. We gonna
I mean,
really.
no, they always knew. I mean, Tank. I'm telling you, Tank. I've been knowing Tank since we were kids. You could see Tank even as a kid and was like, man, he gonna be something. You know what I mean? Like you could just tell, like he had it in him, and he had the skill. He just had the aura, like he was gonna be something. And the opportunity came, and he ran with it. Now look, he's a pay-per-view star.
For sure.
Only time he fights pay-per-view.
James Benitez in Alabama says, I actually won a lot of money off your Herd win. I want to wish you much success going forward. I see good fights still to be made because I feel you got talent after this loss. So would you consider these oppositions? Patrick Teixeira, Troy Williamson, Brandon Adams, or Terrell Gachet? Or did those guys already duck the fight?
No, Patrick. Me and Patrick actually trained together. He getting ready to fight.
He's with Salas too.
Yeah, he trained with Salas too. But he was Golden Boy. He got to fight some Russian in Russia.
Was he with Salas when he fought Adames?
No.
Oh,
Neither of them were.
damn.
They all did. They all just starting to come to Salas, you know. But it's stablemate, you know. But any of those guys, man, you know. I mean, I feel like I've done enough in my career to be able to have to fight a former champion or at least a title challenger, just because that's all who I have been fighting.
Brandon Adams title challenger.
Oh yeah, but that's a good fight too. You know, I'm willing to take that fight too. You know, he fought
Charlo.
Yeah, that's a good fight. I'm willing to take that
Gachet's
fight.
common opponent with Lubin, former Olympian.
And Goucher fought for the WBA too, lost to Lara. You know, so yeah, that's another good fight for me. The Goucher getting ready to fight Tim Tszyu. You know, as of right now, available guys that I'm willing to take. I mean, whoever's available. But Tony Harrison, Julian Williams coming off of L2.
I really like the Danny Garcia fight, bro.
Yeah.
Even Danny,
let's be truthful.
But you might be too big for Danny. Danny ain't.
He trying to move up to 54, and
Exactly.
I'm trying to fight at 54.
But that's the thing. You a natural 54. You know what I'm saying? He might be looking for like a Brian Perella who just beat Tony Harrison.
He said no to me too.
But, you know, let's look at it. They're going to be like, okay, man, he just lost to Vaughn Alexander. You know, I'm a former unified champion, a former champion.
It's the weight, man.
You know, so I don't know. I like that fight. I really do.
I used to want the Danny versus Harrison fight. I thought that was a good fight.
Yeah, I mean that was a marketable fight. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm in anybody you put me in, I could fight you is gonna be exciting. You know what I mean?
I don't want to fight.
I'm just saying. Anybody they put me in there with, I'm gonna make sure you get your money's worth. You know what I mean? So, but there's a lot of fights still out there for me, man, and I'm not done. You know, just because you take an L don't mean nothing. Took in more than one.
No,
you know
absolutely.
And bounce back.
Well,
so
Cuba, let's talk about it, man. You know, obviously you want to be at 54. You've had to take those fights at 60, you know, for the opportunity. But now you got an opportunity at heavyweight right here, bro.
Nah, get out of here.
How that fight play out?
I ain't got no stamina. He's stopping me.
and body shots.
We got Coach Myers that says, I think he's misconfused because you're still with Mayweather. You just re-signed after the Herd win.
Yeah. No, actually prior to it. You know what I mean? But a lot of I gave him the signature. I mean, but me and Floyd cool. You know, we know what it is. But yeah, I'm with Mayweather Promotions now, and
Bless you, man.
I'm gonna bounce back as always. You know, they gonna make sure I'm putting a good fight, and you know they get it done. So I mean, Mayweather Promotions did what 3 pay-per-view fights last year, and ain't nobody else doing that.
Nah, ain't nobody else doing that, but I don't think the fight fans are happy about that, man. I mean, they're definitely putting them on. Like, look, this year we got Luis Ortiz, Charles Martin, and then we got Keith Thurman and Barrios.
Yeah.
You know, they can make those a little bit stronger. What did you think of Thurman's performance back?
I thought Thurman did good. You know what I mean? I felt like he did enough to win the fight. You know, he definitely won the fight. I felt it was more of what Barrios didn't do that made Thurman look better.
Do you feel that had he fought the way, because after Barrios hurt him to the body in the 8th, he fought a different fight. He's shooting the jab, a lot more active. You know, from the 8th to the 12th, that's when he got the rounds he did win. You know, that's where it came. Do you feel that had he fought that fight from the beginning, he would have had more success, or do you think it would have left him vulnerable to get caught and hurt?
Well, I feel like I just feel like Barrios fought the wrong fight. You know what I mean? Like, you got a guy coming off a 2-3 year layoff. You know what I mean? And you don't jump on him right away.
Push that action.
You got, he should have pressed him right away. Hit him to the body. Like, dog, it's been, how many times has Keith Thurman been hurt to the body?
Twice. Now 3 with Barrios.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's
it was Luis Collazo was the first one in Tampa.
Bad. Hurt him
and
bad.
Then,
Pacquiao hurt him bad.
Pacquiao and now Barrios.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like, man, why aren't we jumping on this guy, getting him to the body right away? You know what I mean? Like, it could have been a different story. But Thurman did the experience thing. He looked good. He got the rust off. He looked strong, but he's still very vulnerable. So, which is why it makes it exciting for these fights, because he's strong, but he's vulnerable. You know what I mean? So
let me ask you, obviously, because I'm not a fighter, so my mind always goes to, man, he should have knocked him out, because fucking Tank knocked him out, who started at featherweight. But you as a fighter, and we've been interviewing fighters all week, no one, like, fighters don't go to that. Like, why didn't you put the pressure on Thurman's shoulders that he should get a stoppage if Tank got a stoppage? This guy's a natural welterweight. Tank started at fucking 126.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Tank, I'm telling you, Tank's left hand is ridiculous. But Tank,
He's different.
Tank, Barrios was getting ready to move up. You know what I mean? So it was a lot harder for him to make 140. He looked bad on the scale. Like, I was next to somebody and I was like, Tank gonna knock him out. Like, this is at the weigh-ins.
Wow.
I mean, I could just tell. But at 147, Barrios was just more filled in. And he looked like, he looked strong. Like, even though Tank did put him down, like, when he went down, he got back up. He was never, like, really, the whole fight. It was just he went down, caught his composure, got back up, and then the knockout was the body shot. And then, I don't know, I mean, like, Thurman's strong, but he's a little slower. And I was more upset the fact that Barrios just fought the wrong fight. You know what I mean? Like, Barrios came into Salah's gym before the fight got announced, like early, like January maybe. And he looked big. You know what I mean? I was like, oh shit. I was like, man, 47 gonna be all right for you. I said, shit, you might even be a 54 really. Like, he big, man. He like man, they got his weight, they got his height wrong. You know what I mean? Like, he a big dude. So, man.
Yeah, they say he's over 6. I mean, I met him for the Tank fight. I was at the fight and the press conference. I'm so tall that it makes it hard for me to realize when someone is that tall. So
yeah, and I mean, he a big dude. I he fought the wrong fight.
Yo, I gotta ask, just because you haven't worked with Floyd a lot throughout your career. A question:
senior or junior?
No, I mean Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Junior.
I mean, he just said he was sparring him and he got signed again.
I know. And that's why I'm leading to this question. Al.
Oh, have you met him?
Have you met Al?
Yeah, I met Al when I first was with Floyd, when he got done fighting, when he fought Cotto.
Okay.
I was with Floyd in the back, and I was still amateur at the time. But Floyd hooked it up, all the sparring partners got hooked up real nice, suits, everything, floor access, all of that. And I was in the back, and then, Al came in and made sure to shut all the cameras off. Right. I saw him there, and I was able to shake his hand then.
That's crazy. That all the stories are the same. Like, he made everybody shut the cameras off. They put fucking cardboard on the windows. It's you can't see that, man. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's how he likes to move. That's how he wants to move, and he's so powerful that everyone gotta respect it. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I everything they say is true, man. They said he does business phone on the flip phone, and I seen him mind you, this was when he fought Cotto. He had a flip phone. He had his suit, quiet man. He just sitting in the back.
Tall, he's tall.
Yeah, tall. But
thin,
powerful, and then he don't want to be seen. He want to just stay low key, and like it's only be a handful of fights that he even comes to. I mean, and I was able to see him at one of them.
It's funny because, we'll have it seems like anybody who's associated with PBC, we always have, guys like, yeah, man, them opportunities, they changed my life.
Yeah.
Oh, you talked to Al? You met Al? Oh, I ain't never talked to him. It's crazy. Yeah, he changed my life.
Yeah, he
moving in the dark.
Different, man. He moving different, man. He moving different. Like, even like I've only, like I said, I've seen Floyd talk to him. You know what I mean? But I've never spoke to him other than that one time in the locker room. Just, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Other than that, you know what I mean? But it's only like a handful of people that can get to Al. Like you get into like his other people that could get to him and get the message to him. But there's only a handful of people that's getting the message directly to Al. Yeah, Floyd, one of them, but there's only like a handful of people out there that can get directly to him. We
had Andre Berto. And, you know, we was asking him, you know, about Al, and he texted him, like, right
there.
And he showed, Al, you know, texted him, he showed us, he was like, you know, he's like,
there's a couple fighters that have a real good relationship. Like, Bronner was he be in Florida a lot. You know, one of my boys be with him, and he be talking to Al all the time, you know. There's a handful of people that can get directly to him, but for the 98% of the world can't.
Yeah.
You know? So,
hey, man, I guess it don't matter when you still getting your opportunity. As long as you under the banner and he's doing what he got to do from you, I guess it don't matter if you met him or not, you know?
Yeah.
Results is all that matters.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's just as long as you do your part, you know, like it doesn't matter who's getting it done as long as they're getting it done, you know? And Al, he's going to get it done, but he's going to get it done in the shadows.
Well, Lewis, I think that's all our questions. I want to make sure I didn't leave any super chats behind. Thank you for coming in late notice. We appreciate you. Please give out any social media. For anyone who isn't following, you can do so. And we look forward to getting you back on as soon as you announce something. We're in Vegas now, so you can stop by anytime.
Okay, bet. Yeah, man. Well, yeah, Luis Cuba Arias, Instagram, Twitter, all of that. You know what I mean? Hit me up. You know, I appreciate all the fan support. Everyone who don't support me and talk shit, I appreciate you too. You know, and like I said, man, I'm going to be champ. I'm a resilient fighter, and I'm not going to quit on my dreams ever. And I'll be back, man. And like I said, push the Harrison fight, push the Williams fight. There's only so much I could do. The public helps a lot. I mean, so any fights that you people want to see me in, go ahead and push for it. Tell your friends to push for it, and it'll get done. But I'll be back soon. Like I said, I'll be back soon. Better than ever, stronger than ever, smarter than ever. So the last time the world saw me, y'all saw the performance I put on. So it's only gonna get better, and I'm looking forward to it.
Well, all right. On the way out, we got Big Matthew saying, "Give me that man down" intro, and we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you to everybody tuning in. If you're watching this on YouTube, present, future, past, hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're trying to get to 131,000. I think we need like 80 more people. So you already know what to do.
For the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, Entitled, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.